This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Good morning, Lincoln, Nebraska. Happy hump day. Welcome to the Morning Hookup. Alex, Elijah, Herbal, YZ back on the ones and twos. Fresh off. Little vacay into Chicago. We'll see how that went for him. But welcome in. Boy, a lot to get to today. There'll be some housekeeping stuff as well as World Cup semifinal number 1 done.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Semifinal number 2 today. My goodness. We'll talk about that. We'll dig into that. Hi, YZ.
I'd recommend the other haircut ones probably.
Yeah, these.
Yeah.
Got you. Going down.
Oh, we're off to a
World Cup.
flying start here on a Tuesday.
We'll talk a little World Cup.
Wednesday. Today's Wednesday.
I got a story about that.
Oh,
we got
Lord.
World Cup coming up. We'll talk about that. All-Star festivities, one day better than the other. We'll talk about that last night. Something that doesn't rarely ever happens in an All-Star game. Happened last night. Kind of a dud. Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan will join us in hour number 2. He'll probably get into a little, not Scottish show, but the Open Championship. Get your sleep tonight. If you're like call myself a weirdo like me, who will be setting his alarm for a few tee times that I'm looking forward to. One is at like 3:30 in the morning, I believe. Could be an electric tee time. But we have that and a whole lot more. You said you had to talk to YZ about something.
Yeah, I do.
Is it like, well, I got a bone to pick?
No, I do not have a bone to pick.
Is it funny?
Just a quick question.
That's probably a bone to pick with me, and I apologize once again.
My what is likely my last baseball games to umpire of the year were last night, excuse me.
Yeah.
Probably the last ones, considering we'll be out of town the next 2 weekends, and the number of games winding down in the schedules. I mean, few and far between at this point. It's all winding down. Teams are wrapping up their seasons, and leagues are wrapping up their seasons as well. So I last night went out and decided to umpire a couple of 14U All-Star games.
Did you get the All-Star games last night? It was a beautiful. I did not get a chance to go, but I knew that there were every age group out there at St. Hills was doing their All-Star affairs last night.
Yeah, and I show up and there's the top dog baseball academy coaching staff out there. I go, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
I've seen Caleb wearing these hats. I'm pretty sure that's his team.
Yeah,
and I show up and the coaching staff goes, "Oh, you're Elijah. You're on the radio with Caleb." Okay, where's Caleb? Oh, we don't know.
We don't know.
About that.
What happened was,
they all had traveled back on Monday, and yesterday was the travel back day for YZ. So what time? I didn't even know about that.
It was early. It was like, I think they all went off at 5 o'clock, right? Or more. I don't know.
I had 5 and 7:30.
That was. They had a couple at 5.
See, that's the thing. We got back around like 6 o'clock yesterday. So I was still probably in Omaha while that game had kicked off. But yeah, you saw some of the best 14U talent in Nebraska.
Saw a heck of a comeback in game 1. I will say, in game 1 of the All-Star game, I think the game 1 of the All-Star game was more akin to an NFL Pro Bowl. in terms of
everything is optional.
Yeah.
Getting in front of the ball. Hitting, pitch. Oh, it's optional.
Mm-hmm. Hitting your cutoff man.
Oh no. This is
you're showing off the gun.
The arm, the gun.
So that was a little more high scoring. Game 2, the baseball fundamentals I thought were a little bit better. The want to was a little bit better from those teams out there. So game 2, which both games for whatever reason they decided to go 9 innings.
Well, it's 9. I heard it was 9 or 2 hour 10 minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, which I've done enough youth and high school baseball in my life to know. I think the time. Why are you saying 9 innings if you're going to put it at 2 hours and 10 minutes? Like, you're not going to play.
I know the 11U. My kid was fortunate enough to be on there. Their motivation on theirs, it was the 11U. It was 18-5 game, but they had 4 of their team, four of the kids off our team, 2 and 2 on each side. There was a little motivation going against your teammates last night. One team prevailed 18-5. But they got like 7 innings in, maybe in 2 hours and 10 minutes.
We had a couple of that too. When we were down there in Chicago, they were talking about it, and a
little trash talking, baby.
Yeah, you can't hit my curveball. You can't.
Oddly enough for us, not oddly enough, we have state this weekend, so we'll be gone the next couple of days with stuff going on and with us. But we have state this weekend, so I wasn't able to coach. I was gone yesterday, and I told both coaches because we were like, our 4 kids don't throw the baseball. They don't pitch. There were 15 kids on each team. You have enough arms between the other 11. Our 4 don't pitch. We play Friday. What about nope. And if you can do it, and if you do us all another solid, 2 of them catch, maybe they don't need an inning back there either. They both got 1 inning back behind the plate, our 2 catchers. I'm like, hey, just
That's
pump
fine.
the brakes.
Yeah. Keep it rotating.
Well, it's like any other major league or any other all-star game. It's like, so-and-so has to throw the day after the all-star break or something. Don't throw today, which we'll get to that.
He's still an all-star.
You're still an all-star. You still get the patch or whatever you get for being an all-star in the Sandhills League. I don't know. But boy, speaking of all-stars, star performances, World Cup semifinal number 1, which if you look at this one, I got a chance to catch highlights of this. But wherever you look at, France obviously came in as the favorite. Some people would have said Spain. If you re-rank these 4, Spain was the best team coming into this matchup. I don't know which other way you look at it, but Spain, boy, blanks.
We talked about it Monday. I would have ranked these teams 1A, 1B with each other, and then probably Argentina and England as 2A, 2B.
Because Monday, the feeling was one of these teams, the champion could come out of the champion of the World Cup might be one of those 2 teams that played yesterday.
Oh yeah, and it was unstoppable force versus immovable object, as I kind of mentioned yesterday. The fact that Spain had only allowed 1 goal all World Cup. They now become the first team in World Cup history after yesterday to have 6 shutout games, 6 clean sheets.
That's incredible.
In a single World Cup. 6 of their 7 games they have played in. Clean sheet. That is an unbelievable stat, especially against France. And that was what France's billing was coming in. They scored goals early and often against every single team that they played against. They scored, 2 in 5 minutes against Morocco to break that game wide open, put up 3 against Sweden. Like, they were scoring goals, but Spain was the best team they had played so far in the World Cup. You wonder if they could go back, if they could have wished that they got a game against Erling Haaland in Norway, because Norway played their B team against France, and you wonder if that kind of attacking threat would have been good for them, because Spain yesterday just looked like a well-drilled, well-oiled machine of a football team. They controlled possession really well. I mentioned yesterday, I thought if they got up around 60% possession, they gave themselves a good chance to win. They hit that number. And France, it felt like for the first about 30, 40 minutes of that game until they gave it the penalty that they were just lethargic, that they didn't match the juice that Spain brought in that game. And maybe that's what happens whenever you get punched in the face by a team that is the best you've played so far. But France looked lethargic, didn't quite look like they had the necessary drive for a World Cup semifinal. As for Spain, they played hard for a full 90 minutes. Story of the game, to me, that kind of like represents things is Cucurella for Spain. Played a full 90 minutes, was running with his hair on fire. He's the guy with the long, kind of flowy, afro-y type thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cucurella.
Yep.
In like the 88th minute of the game yesterday, he had an all-out sprint for a ball against a Frenchman that had come on about 5 minutes before, and him, after running around for 88 minutes, beat the guy that had been on for 5 minutes in the sprint, and that told you everything you need to know about that game yesterday. Spain had more want to, and with more want to comes a 2-0 win.
Yes, it does, as they advance to the World Cup final. France does have the consolation match still, where there's a little implication there if Mbappe is a willing and able and wants to go do it. He is currently leading the Golden Boot race on the assist tiebreaker. Now, we'll get to the second match, what that means. What does that look like? I think it's a joke anyway, but I know we've talked, but they might be getting rid of that at some point. But
I have a feeling
maybe it's a rested leg.
I have a feeling some of the club teams that these stars play for will be making some calls at the end of the week and saying, our guy's not playing in that game.
Yeah, we're done.
You have some agents that are going to be making some calls to their players and saying, hey, bud, you're not playing in that game.
You need to come back.
Yeah.
Or it's like me. I called yesterday. I made the call. Our pitchers aren't going to throw.
Or if it means so much to you, we're gonna call the manager and we're gonna make sure you start on the bench and we'll get you on for the last 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah. Let's make this.
We're gonna minimize risk. Now, there have been some cases of teams that do band together and say, hey, we're gonna go and give it our all for the third place game, and they go up against a team that puts up their B team. I'd be surprised to see 2 A teams battling it out on Saturday in the third place
For
game.
nothing.
It means nothing.
For getting a stuffed animal, most likely.
Yeah.
Sorry, just the
Take back
Olympics.
the Olympics, yeah.
Yes.
With hockey. Yeah. I'd be surprised to see the Stars be out on Saturday. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm still not going to watch. That's the thing. Nobody watches the third place game.
I saw a new defensive strategy by Spain that I haven't seen. I want to ask you about it, Elijah. Maybe they weren't doing this, and I'm just completely making it up. But the defensive masterclass that they put on was amazing, and part of it looked like they were like baiting France to go offsides. They would like bring the back line up or something. I don't know exactly how they were doing it, but it's like an offsides trap. Is that a thing?
That's a thing. You've seen it less in soccer, I feel like, in recent years. This was huge where you play with a high line, but that was kind of Japan's strategy for a lot of the World Cup because they're so short and small that they were going to risk having a through ball, get them in behind by stepping up with the back line. And whenever you got a man on, we're all going to step up in unison. They drill it. And you see it more in club soccer than in international soccer because guys play together so much more. But the whole like back line takes 2 steps up in unison, baits guys into being offside. And whenever you have a French team that loves having those through balls through to Mbappe, super effective.
Now we got that one done. You got Spain in. You got France moving down to the consolation match today, 2:00. Another good one.
It's another grab your popcorn.
Argentina and Messi, England and Kane for the right to play Spain in the World Cup final.
And the question to me for this one is Argentina can play, I think, with less pressure than England does. Because Argentina got it done last time against France, 2022 World Cup. They got it done. They won penalty shootouts. They got that World Cup trophy for Messi. He's got one. Like, you can play free as an Argentinian in this game because it's not, well, if we don't win this, Messi's going to retire with no World Cup trophy. You got him the one. You can play free. As for England, they haven't won a World Cup since the 1960s, and they're the country that invented soccer. There's pressure. The entire country of England knows around World Cup time, like it's that feeling of we're going to prove to the rest of the world that we still are the soccer country. And time again, they fail. Time and time again, the lights are too bright. Now, this England team feels better than probably any England team since I was a little kid. When they had Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Wayne Rooney, like that mid 2000s team, 2006, 2010, like had some players on it. This feels like an even better team. They've been playing spectacular soccer, but to me, the question with England is, can they rise up to the pressure that they get put on? Because the England fans, every single time they make a deep run like this in the World Cup, they start chanting, "It's coming home." Football, the game that they invented, is coming home to England. And it just puts so much pressure on the team.
Thoughts on this? I was going to ask both you guys as our soccer resident experts as you work through this. Obviously, the names you're going to hear is Messi and Kane. What are the other matchups, the ones off ball or that are going to make or break this match as you see it? Because obviously, you're going to hear Messi and you're going to hear Kane, the two stars of stars for both these teams. Clubs.
I look at a guy that had a great appearance at the end of the game against Norway in Jed Spence. He finally, for the first time this World Cup, got out of a job race at the end of the club season in about April or May. He got elbowed in the jaw, broke his jaw, and has been playing with a brace on for this entire World Cup. Finally got out of it, had his best performance of the World Cup in limited minutes against Norway. Came out at the end of the game, was great. I just look at the two fullbacks for England, the left back and the right back, the guys that are on the corners in the back line for the defense. They have their hands full against a guy in Lionel Messi today, who his off-ball movement's incredible. They're going to be marking him all game. You know he's going to get his. Those guys, especially considering you still have Kwanzaa for England suspended for this game. The fullbacks are going to have their hands full against Messi. It's so easy to say, well, whoever's guarding Messi, but that's really what comes down to it. John Stones, Dan Burn on the inside for England, the center backs, like they're going to have their hands full. But Jude Bellingham is going to be the most important guy on the pitch for England. I think you could make a strong argument that it's tough to say with Messi, but Jude Bellingham could be the best player on the pitch. Fantastic player that controls the midfield. He had the 2 goals against Norway. His game is not defined by goal scoring, but circle him and then circle the Argentinian midfield, because if Jude Bellingham has his way against Argentina this afternoon, watch out Argentina. He's a guy that's so important in defense, so important in attack, so important linking up with Harry Kane. Watch out for Jude Bellingham. As for Harry Kane, best striker in the world, in my opinion. It was him and Holland. Holland had a great game against England, but Kane is also right there with him. My opinion, best in the world. The Argentinian backline hasn't seen someone like him. If you give him a sliver of space in front of goal, he's going to slot it home. So they're going to have to mark him tight.
2:00 today, Fox. Winner with the right to go play in a Sunday 2:00 affair as the World Cup is getting to the end. The wind down is happening as we get closer to another World Cup champion. Will it be a repeat is the question coming up. So, all right, man, great stuff. Great stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on a hump day. Let's take our first break. Let's come back. We'll talk a little Major League Baseball because there's a couple of All-Stars that have had All-Star game. There's one that's already happened. There's one tonight. We'll talk about both those when we return.
Hopefully my boys played better in the All-Star game last night than they did down in Chicago.
Oh, not good.
To be fair, we had a pretty tough pool. But
you know what? Did you guys deal with the same kind of stuff we dealt with? It's like your states you're gone. You're doing that one last hurrah tournament, right? Motivation lacking.
Sort of.
We kind of had a little bit that. We went to that last year. We did that. No, we played pretty good. We did the Ozarks trip. But it wasn't like great talent, so we won some games. But then it was like, I mean, you do it for a different purpose when you're doing like, go have some fun. Let's wrap this thing up as a group. I don't know, stoning out there. Too many messages this morning. Muggy in this room today.
It is. I have
Isn't it muggy? Just doesn't. It feels different.
I have checked in for my flight yesterday, and I believe I'm in the last row.
You checked in on time, early, or whatever, and you're in the last row. Are you out of Lincoln though?
Yeah.
So you're in like row 12,
17.
Isn't it amazing that I always find it fascinating with airlines. You're in the last row, but you're like group 8 or whatever the group is. You got
9
all the way to the back. You got to wait to the very end
and then walk all the way to the back.
All the way to the back.
And on a plane of that size, there's going to be no room left in the overhead bins.
No, you're done.
No.
Check your bag or something, whatever you got to do with it.
They check it out. You walk up there and they go, oh, never mind.
Sorry, you last row guy.
Yeah.
That's like walking into a restaurant and they go, just one? What? Sorry, I don't have friends tonight. It's just a yes.
It's gonna be
Thanks for pointing that out.
So I was told, like, all right, get in as early as possible. We got people that we got to. So I'm flying into Dallas. I got 2 buddies, including the groom, who is picking me up from Dallas. We're driving to Austin. He's like, earliest flight you can get, that'd be great. We got folks that are getting in midday to Austin. We got to go drive down and pick him up. Yesterday he texted me, oh, you get in at 8:45. We'll probably pick you up at like 11. I'm like, what? You live in Dallas.
Wait a minute. They tell you to get in early.
Yeah.
And you're there, but like, hey, I don't know if we can get you till like 11. You chill at the airport?
He said 11-ish, heavy on the ish. And I went, what?
That's not how this works. Ish.
You told me to get in early because we have people to pick up midday in Austin. And now you're telling me you're picking me up midday in Dallas? I know it's 3.
Welcome back to the morning hookup. Thanks for hanging out with us. Happy hump day. Beautiful Wednesday morning start. Weather a little hot. Not as hot, but boy, get ready for the weekend. It is going to be swampy this weekend out there. I saw mid-90s shutting out Friday through the weekend.
It's going to be hot down in Texas.
I was going to say it's going to be blazing, probably where you're going.
Luckily, chance of rain on Friday, which I'm not sure if that's lucky or not, but I'll hopefully keep things at least a little bit cooler.
Luckily for the first 3 hours that you're there, you'll be in an airport. Sorry.
So for reference, there's people at home that are not listening on the morning hookup YouTube stream where we just talked about this during the break. My buddy Brock.
Hope you're not listening. Hope you are actually.
It's his bachelor party this weekend down in Austin, Texas. I'm
you're
flying
in Austin. You're flying into
I'm utilizing the direct flights we got from Lincoln.
Beautiful.
Dallas, once a day. Looking forward to that. He tells me get in early because we're gonna pick you up from the airport. We're gonna drive down to Austin. We got people to pick up in Austin. They're flying into Austin midday, getting in. And we got to pick them up from the airport, and we're all heading to the Airbnb together.
You're flying Lincoln to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Brock lives in Dallas.
He's picking me up at the airport, and we're driving down to Austin, and we're picking up folks that are flying in midday into Austin.
3 things: Dallas. You're going to be in Dallas with Brock in Dallas. Get there as early as you can
because
we got to go.
Because we're driving to Austin. We got to go.
All right, everything's lining up.
That's a 3-hour drive. And then I get the text yesterday. Hey, just so you know, you might have to find something to do. We're going to pick you up at 11-ish. And then the follow-up text was heavy on the ish.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sitting here like, okay. There was a flight out of Omaha.
Heavy on the ish.
And it was like $50 cheaper. And hey, honestly, for the convenience factor, I'll fly out of Lincoln. Awesome. But $50 cheaper, could have flown out of Omaha. I would have gotten in at like 11:30.
I don't even know what to tell you. I'm just like.
So now, my options. I'll honestly, if I am able to bring my laptop, I'll probably check in for a segment with you boys tomorrow from the airport, assuming the heavy on the ish comes to fruition.
It depends on if we do. We might not have a show tomorrow. We're working.
Okay. I will be sitting at the hotel or the airport bar, likely watching the Open, seeing what's happening on a Thursday. Maybe I'll catch up on House of the Dragon. I don't know, but I'm going to have likely now. It seems like a couple hours to kill at the airport.
Just a few hours at the airport. It'll be all right. Oh boy, good luck. Well, boy, it's something that was electric. It's All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend is done. Major League Weekend, but All-Star Week or whatever you want to call it. Major League Baseball done. Home Run Derby. Boy, did you guys get a chance to watch that? First of all, disappointed. Number one, not the Home Run Derby. We had tryouts that night for some stuff from baseball. Gonna find out. I guess I don't pay enough attention. It was on Netflix. Can't record on Netflix. Kind of bummed that I didn't get a chance to do it. So I had to go back and rewatch. But what an electric derby it was when you got to the final. And Jordan Walker, 6 home runs on his final 6 swings. What? To win? To upset? He must be the most hated guy in Philadelphia as he beat Kyle Schwarber. My goodness.
And the fans were going wild for every single Kyle Schwarber bomb.
Had to be.
They were going crazy.
If you look at some of the tells of the tape, though, it's amazing what you look at. Like, first round, Contreras hit 13. He hit one 490. My goodness. Junior Caminero, 487. He hit 12 of them. Guys that were eliminated, which I would expect a couple of these being eliminated. Cats only hit 8. He hit 477. Ben Rice having a great season. A lot of times you see home run hitters and they don't translate to the home run derby, for instance, and that. But Bryce Harper, probably a little disappointed there, being in Philadelphia, 8. But it came down to the final and 6 swings, 6 home runs. Jordan Walker takes it down against the hometown Philadelphia Philly.
And can we look across all professional sports and say that the home run derby is the best all-star event across all the major professional sports?
Concur.
It used to be the slam dunk contest.
They took that away from us.
I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a slam dunk
I don't
contest.
say they didn't take it away from us. It comes down to who's in the derby.
Yes.
Not the derby, in the dunk contest.
Well,
you don't get
the
the star, but the derby this year, you get
stars in the derby. You don't get stars in the slam dunk contest. And let it also be known here, I think we also just started running out of dunks.
Yes, dunks and creativity. More of the dunks.
Well, and in order to get new dunks, guys had to start getting real creative with props and mascots and who they're jumping over and whatnot. And it's just like, okay. Jumping over a guy who's 6'10", awesome. I saw a guy jump over a 6'8" dude last year. You got the mascot tossing you the ball. It's just like I think folks have just run out of groundbreaking ideas in the dunk contest, which has made the 3-point contest the premier event of All-Star Weekend in the NBA. But the 3-point contest doesn't hold a candle to the excitement of a home run derby.
I agree.
And I couldn't even tell you what the NFL Pro Bowl is doing in terms of events. They got to bring back the quarterbacks doing the longest throw.
I think the NFL is doing flag football, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's
a waste of everyone's time.
I could do away with it. Also with the NBA All-Star game and stuff, nobody cares anymore. The players don't care. The fans don't care. It's a waste of time.
Well, and even the MLB All-Star game, in the past about 10 years, it's lost its luster because what did the All-Star game used to be? It used to be the rights for home field advantage in the World Series for the AL or the NL.
Mm-hmm.
Teams, players, and the leagues hated it, though.
Yeah.
They hated the fact that a one-off game in July was going to potentially determine the World Series, but it made guys care. Those guys that were on contenders come like mid-July, All-Star weekend, 7th inning of the game rolls around. Those guys are taking competitive at-bats because they know this could be the difference between us winning a World Series and losing a World Series.
Yep. And last night there were a lot of one-pitch at-bats.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just don't get the guys that care if there's nothing on the line in the All-Star game. And I know that the players hated it because they didn't want the All-Star game to determine potentially the World Series. But guess what? It made the All-Star game something you wanted to turn on because the baseball All-Star game was the closest thing to an actual sporting event, like an actual baseball game. When you compare the NBA All-Star game is not an actual basketball game. The Pro Bowl, that's not an actual football game.
No.
Especially now
That's
that
one they
it's
should just do away with.
especially now
Like,
that
just
it's
move
like
on.
football. How about a skills competition out there for football and move on? Call it good. The guys can show up after drinking 14 Mai Tais and they can still do their skills competition.
Pretty dud last night when you look at that game itself.
But
and
just when there's nothing on the line in an All-Star game, you don't give it the play.
you don't get it.
Compared to 14 All-Star game last night, like
Yeah.
what does it matter?
4-0. 11 AL pitchers. They only had NL only had 3 hits, 15 strikeouts. My goodness. There was 3-0 after one. Sanchez Philly kind of got lit up. Not made for TV last night, but the Derby was.
How do you fix the All-Star games across pro sports? Do you add financial incentives to guys?
It seems like that's the one thing you can do, but don't they get? I would assume some of these guys within their contract probably already have that incentive. I don't know. Is that thrown in there? Like, because some contracts have, well, if you make this, you make this, you do this, you do that. And I know like a lot of NFL contracts are like that, are hitting certain measurements that trigger bonuses.
Like you look at the UFC, like they don't pay their fighters well, but performance of the night, fight of the night, knockout of the night, all those things get bonuses at the end of the night. Hey, best pitcher in the All-Star game, bonus.
Maybe.
Hey,
Just
hey,
too many,
most RBIs in an All-Star game, here's a bonus.
there's too many
Stolen bases, here's a bonus. I mean,
I agree.
It's the only thing I can think of to put something on the line here because All-Star games aren't what they were when I was a kid.
There, no way.
Not even close.
No way.
Across all professional
None of them.
sports.
No, I remember growing up in the area that I grew up in the in the 80s and the 90s part. Like, dude, the dunk contest was everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You did, and you set it aside. And
aside from the NBA Finals, the dunk contest was the most important NBA event of the year.
Of the year. But with the evolution of the stars not dunking in it.
Remember Bo Jackson's All-Star game performances in the MLB? Appointment viewing.
Oh my gosh. They were.
Was it?
There's too many storylines, I think, amongst teams that disallow players to play in these games instead of just being someone that's just there.
Well, teams don't want them to play in
They
these
don't
things.
want them. There you go. They don't want them. They're great to be an all-star. It's the best thing for teams in an MLB all-star game is like having a Paul Skeens make the all-star team and just stand there his entire time and walk the red carpet with Livy done and be done.
And
just
chew some seeds in the dugout.
chew some seeds in the dugout. Maybe do a little interview in between, and that's it. Those are the things that Major League Baseball teams want to happen with their stars.
They want to be able to put it on their social media that we have this number of all-stars, but they don't want any of those guys to actually go play in the game and risk injury.
And in recent history, this is the best home run derby since when? From a star perspective.
Since
I mean, again, obviously you had being home in Philly, you had 2 Philadelphia Phillies there who hit home runs. Junior Caminero. I mean, again, but this is when you go back in the history, maybe I'm missing some of them, but it's there. We haven't had a really good dunk contest since Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon and
Zach Levine.
Zach Levine.
That was
Oh,
it. But again,
I was in high school.
But again, even that, when you saw the roster of dunk contest participants, you didn't go, I got to turn it on.
Wasn't that 10 years ago now?
Yeah. Now you have Mac McClung every year, who is a G League player, but is very exciting to watch in the dunk contest.
He's amazing to watch in it. But
he comes on.
This isn't the days when I was watching Jordan, Dominique Wilkins.
Exactly.
I mean, just keep Sean Kemp. I mean, just dudes. Vince Carter was like, you go back to that era when Vince Carter was there. That was the last good era of dunks when Carter was just electric.
What guys would you want to have in the dunk contest that you don't see anymore? Give me Anthony Edwards. I still want to see 40-year-old LeBron James give it a go.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you get that this year if he's last year running.
No.
Kobe was in it. God, rest his soul, man, but he was in it. There's too many organizational storylines for it to happen anymore. Because, remember the old mantra, they would do the Derby, and you guys probably have talked, but you mentioned they used to do the Derby, and then it started happening where it showed something after the Derby, the batting averages of these guys and home runs that they didn't hit after playing in the Derby. It was almost like being on the Madden cover.
Yeah,
if you were in the home run derby, you were cursed. And then it went down. And you lost, boy, remember like Griffey being in it? Whoa. Too many of that stuff.
Think about how times have changed. I'm sure we've all seen it. Do you remember and this is a different sport completely, but it represents just the care level across all the professional sports. Do you guys remember when Sean Taylor killed that punter in the Pro Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely murdered him. The NFL would riot if that were to happen now. I know it's a flag football game, but that like represents guys just don't care about these Pro Bowls All-Star games anymore.
No, they're not appointment watching like you called it. They're not there. But
no one cares.
Going back to it,
if the All-Star game came to Lincoln, Nebraska, and was played at Haymarket Park on the MLB side of things, I wouldn't go. The American Association All-Star game tonight, by the way, will be real baseball.
It'll be, these dudes are in it to win it. They're in it to compete.
Because the American Association, every opportunity these guys get to show something to a major league squad, whatever squad is out there, the thing that can keep their baseball career going, they're going to show it.
This is appointment watching tonight for guys that are still digging in and trying to make it.
Yeah, exactly. There's still hunger with these guys, so they're going to be playing real baseball tonight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think also going back to all the major pro sports, there's too many financial implications for a lot of these stars. One slip, one this, one that, an injury could put you down. But again, it's come and gone. It is out. Second half of the season now will be underway in a day or so. But tonight, man, you mentioned it. There is a awesome event tonight right here in Lincoln, Nebraska, the American Association All-Star Game, where Lincoln has 3 of them that'll be in this game. Big night. Beautiful night for it, by the way. It'll be a little hot, but it's going to be nice with light winds. Get out. If you don't have a ticket, go do it. 4 o'clock, the gates open. They have an opening festival, home run derby.
Yeah, start things off.
5 o'clock. I love how they do this, by the way. I think this, I don't know, could be something for the bigs, but they do it all in one night. 5 o'clock home run derby. First pitch slated for 7:30, the All-Star game. And then as Lincoln always does it on every Friday night, they're lifting off some fireworks about 10:45, they're estimating tonight.
Yeah. And by the way, not only can you go down and watch it at Haymarket Park, which you should be doing, you can also watch it on MLB Network. Whew. Or you can listen to it right here on KFOR.
Look at that. And also, let's not get confused on this, but this is a big event for Lincoln to display Haymarket Park, which is always voted as one of the best fields. Anticipate maybe seeing some other people maybe visiting the ballpark that haven't visited before coming out. Right? You got different teams, different people that are visiting Lincoln. It's a big one, I think, for Lincoln to host K. Because it's been, how many years has it been since they hosted? They hosted one before, I believe.
I don't even remember.
I think they did way early back. I can't remember when, but I know they hosted one prior to this. I think I don't see it. So I'd have to go back. But I thought they hosted maybe one prior to this, and I just don't remember the year. But again, tonight, 4 o'clock doors open, home run derby at 5. Go check our guys out there. Todd said, good morning, Todd. Good morning, FloodX10. Good morning, Shane. Todd said, best memorable derby, Sosa McGuire in the derby.
Before my time.
That's when the major leagues, they knew about stuff, but didn't care because it was very popular at the time. Chicks dig the long ball. Thoughts on this? Also, looking ahead, we'll have more talk on it, but anything you guys will be looking at as we are. One, the second half of the Major League Baseball season is underway or will be underway. A lot of trade deadline talks about to happen where teams are picking up because we talked about this. You're about halfway there. We're about a week or two away from the trade deadline. Currently, right now, Tampa Bay up 3 on the Yankees. Boston still red hot, by the way. 9 straight wins.
Well, don't look now. In their last 16 games, they're 14-2.
14-2, 9-1 in their last 10. Winners of 9 straight. They're only 2 games below 500 and 10 games out of first place.
Puts them in a weird spot because before that it was sell, and now it's
I don't know where they're at.
Oh boy, what do we do now?
And the question is, do you trust them to buy?
Yeah, there has to be some sort of mix of getting value out of some guys and then still buying back in the positions that you need.
Well, because they only sit, by the way, when you're looking at it, they're 10 games out of first place, but they're a half game out of the wild card.
Yeah, I think it can be a mix of buy and sell.
We talked about this about 2 weeks ago on the show, though. Despite how hot they are, I would still like to add here.
Yeah.
Do we think they're winning a World Series no matter what they do at the deadline?
Probably not.
Don't mortgage the farm to make the playoffs and bow out.
Yeah.
That's my take on it. If you're going to be big buyers at the deadline, you better be competing for a World Series. And I just still don't think this is the year that the Red Sox are going to win a World Series. So could they make a move or two? Sure. I don't think you go buy mode.
Not in a crazy mode.
Unless you think you're winning a World Series. And I'm not going to take the last 2 weeks as proof that the Red Sox have the talent to win the World Series.
In the Central, you've got a proverbial tie still. White Sox, Cleveland. I saw your hat. You got the White Sox on. They've been playing some pretty good baseball. Those top 3 teams, by the way, winners of 3 straight, 4 straight, and 2 straight. Minnesota is 3 games back in that one. Texas, what happens in that division? It's an interesting division, by the way, with 3 teams all within 3 games right now. Texas leading the way, the only team over 500 in the West. What happens there? Atlanta, what happens in the second half of Atlanta and Philly? Because right now, you've got a pretty tight one that has all of a sudden crept up in this one. Philly only 2 games back, and the Marlins only 4 games back in that division. Be interesting to watch. Cubs, one of those teams that we talked about. Could they make the move? They've made the move so far. They're 5 games back of Milwaukee right now. Second half coming. We don't even need to talk about the West because that thing is over out West. I mean, again, I say that now the Dodgers are coming in losing 3 straight, but still holding an 11.5 game lead out in the West. It's over.
One of the hottest names in the trade deadline candidates, Tarek Skubal. Where do you guys think he ends up? One of the best pitchers in the MLB. Was out for a little bit this year, but had his surgery and is fine.
Well, if he ends up in free agency, he's going to end up with the Dodgers.
Right now, if you're looking at it, thoughts on this? This is a CBS article, wherever you want to go look at for the most up-to-date source news.
Mm-hmm.
They've got expect the Cubs, Braves, and Rays all expect to have interest. It does say the Yankees and Dodgers are not expected to be strong bidders at this juncture. So right now they're throwing out Braves, Rays, and sorry, just flipped on me. Braves, Raves, and Cubs.
Is that for a deadline?
Yep.
Yeah. But if you trade for a guy for 5 months and you can't get him signed on the dotted line,
that's the tough one.
Now I think the Yankees and the Dodgers are strong bidders.
Yes, they are.
They're not going to give up any assets, but if he makes it to free agency,
he's a big one to watch. As you're watching a lot of these teams that are trying to get pitching, whether it be back in reliever stuff or.
And that's the concern with some of these guys, especially like a Skubal, is how much are you willing to give up, knowing there's a possibility you just have him as a 5-month rental and he goes off to free agency.
I think the Braves are strong ones in this one. Obviously, with the situation with Spencer Strider, I think they're going to make a real hard push for this one, regardless of the terms. They're going to need that to hold off the Phillies. So, but a lot more coming from the trade deadline as we approach it and get to it. So, all right, let's take another break. Now, when we come back, Husker running back news, an ad, a drop of charges. What gives? Let's talk about that a whole lot more when we return. Good stuff. Oh, I didn't want to do that. What am I doing Sunday?
We played a team down there that had a boy that reclassed. So it should have been a sophomore in high school. Probably touched 82, 85 range. Yeah, our kids were lost. They actually did pretty well against him, but for like the first couple pitches was like, whoa.
Was he 82 to 85 with good breaking stuff, or was he 82 to 85 and just gonna spam fastball all game long?
He had some pretty good movement. He dropped off about 5 miles per hour on a slider and moved.
Speaking of like stuff like that, so we had the big tryout right over there, and so I'm in the bullpen just watching 2 at a time, doing some pocket radar, need this and that, not spending a lot of time watching little mechanics, just trying to decipher through, and had a couple kids. Change up. I'm like, how do you hold that? I'm like, oh, all right. Number 1, like, here we go. Number 2, kid goes, change up. He goes, wasn't very good. It was fine. He goes, can I throw the breaking ball now?
No.
Wait a minute. No. But in my brain, I'm like, you're telling me you can't throw a changeup, but you got a breaking ball.
Kids nowadays.
It was fascinating to me. But it's fascinating, but also enlightening of some of the stuff that youth athletics deals with.
Ooh. I could
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not dogging anybody, but it's like, I don't know how you get it right of a coaching class of some sorts, an organization say, hey, this is the beliefs, this is the teachings that we all need to be a part of.
I could have an hour-long conversation about this.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome back in the morning hookup. Few moments left. Thanks for hanging out with us on a beautiful Wednesday. As we wrap up hour number 1, man, Husker news. Kind of a odd spot. Can we call it odd spot? What's happening right now? Obviously, a few days or a few weeks ago, we had heard reports of Mekhi Nelson arrested with some charges that, again, let due process take itself.
Was initially reported as misdemeanor battery, and then the charges get filed as felony battery.
Yes. Word comes out yesterday or this morning or whatever, whenever you read the news. The state of Florida has declined to pursue the case, saying the victim did not want to press charges. Mekhi Nelson will not be brought up on charges of the alleged incident that occurred down in Florida. But in the same breath, Nebraska, yesterday, you get word that they're set to add former Penn State running back. Is it Tyke Hayes to the 26 roster? Coming out, by the way, he was an Iowa Western, I believe. Intends to join the Nebraska football program. He left Penn State back in January, was Iowa Western in the spring. A 5'11", 200-poundish running back. That he ran for 7,000 yards in high school, roughly.
And let it be known, he's going to be listed as from Iowa Western. He only played spring football at Iowa
That's it.
Western.
Yes.
So-
So spring. Yes.
So he was a true freshman at Penn State, was obviously, I mean, you're never going to get on the field with the running back duo they had last year with Katron Allen and Nick Singleton. The coaching change happens, didn't get much interest in the portal. He goes off to Iowa Western, spends a spring there, and now Nebraska, position of need, they add one. Listen, this is not in my opinion, this is not a savior of the running back room type addition.
It's not. No. I think this is probably depth.
This was a guy, he was a top 50 running back in his class, kind of a high 3-star type recruit. Goes off to Penn State. He was going to be a bit of a developmental project there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he still sits as a developmental project. This is a guy that you bring in as a depth piece. And if you're surprised and he ends up being a guy that, hey, his spring at JUCO was exactly what he needed. He's got the hunger, the drive. It'd be great to be surprised. My feel is this is not a guy that you can rely upon to be he's not the bell cow for you in 2020.
No.
He's the guy that you bring in that adds a little bit of competition to the room.
Agree. And maybe, I think you have to look in between it just a little bit when you look at this, just for what it was. Probably a somewhat of a reaction to the Nelson situation when you needed to add some depth. That was the one question I think everybody had is Nebraska. Did they felt good about their running back room over the entire recruiting and portal season that they did nothing? But then in light of what happened, it'll be interesting to see how this now transpires. Obviously, I agree with you. This was, I think, a depth piece, someone you can maybe really spend some time with, develop. You feel like maybe you've already got 1, 2, maybe 3. Don't know what the situation with Nelson is. I expect maybe, I don't even know, it to be a situation to watch on how Nebraska handles that situation. As now, with no charges, nothing formally filed, he can return. Now, what does Nebraska do in response? Don't know.
Well, I will say, if the guy was going to get kicked off the team, typically teams don't wait on that.
Nope. I don't think he's off the team. I think
they sever ties with guys like that they're trying to get away from the image of the program pretty quickly. Though suspension,
I could see it.
I'd go as far as say probably likely.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of suspension, some sort of, I think you have some behind the doors punishment that comes for him. Guys got to learn a lesson from this. Simply put,
and if anything, it's about
Mekhi Nelson, the person, is more important than Mekhi Nelson, the football player.
Yes.
And I think there will be something for him behind the scenes. Is that anything we ever learn about? I don't know. Is that something that becomes a public multi-game suspension? We shall see. But again, getting Mekhi Nelson, the person, right is more important than getting Mekhi Nelson, the football player.
Absolutely. Right? I was just going to say that it's more about that individual versus that running back right now. Whatever the case is, the teachings, the learnings, the getting your head right, whatever that space needs to be for Mekhi, the person, needs to happen from either family, organization, university. It's a lot of those things right now that when you look at it from being on a D1 athlete or just a person in general, surroundings, handling situations, rights and wrongs. A lot of us parents spend day after day doing that, teaching that, putting yourself in. It's all about life. So more to come. For us, it's here it is. This is what's going on. It's what's happening. Whatever the university and Coach Rule decides, that's what you'll support from a young man. I think they did a really nice job of not reacting to what happened, letting the process take care of itself. And now, what does that look like for Mekhi, the person, going forward?
Yeah. And I think I'll wrap this up by just saying it's a life lesson to anyone out there. Disagreements, arguments, they happen, whether it's with a significant other, a friend, a family member. Never a bad idea to have yourself a little cooling off period.
Hey, it's okay to say, hey, we don't need to talk about this right now. I'm going to walk away.
Take a walk around the block. Go
Yes.
to the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Go grab yourself some food, something.
Coming up, hour number 2, Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan, a whole lot more. Sit back, relax. We'll be right back.
certified kitchen and bath designer Pam Magner at Reynolds Design and Remodeling.
Before we ever start, we ask questions, lots of questions, and we listen. Then we go to work designing and building a kitchen that's not only beautiful, but functions perfectly for you and your family.
A pleasant experience from start to finish. Value you'll enjoy for a lifetime. Get started at reynoldsdesignremodel.com.
We're not living in some perfect TV land, the kind where the sun's always shining and life's what-ifs just don't exist. Here in Nebraska, we live in reality. We have unpredictable weather and risky moments that mean you need insurance protection you can trust. At Battle Creek Insurance Company, we protect you with flexible policies for home, auto, farm, and multi-peril crop insurance. Hometown service for all of life's what-ifs. Contact your local independent agent and ask about Battle Creek Insurance. Better together.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit OakStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor at Just Days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. Oak Street Carpet. 1732 Oak Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Nebraska State Veterans Homes are here to serve veterans, their spouses, surviving spouses, and Gold Star parents. Join your fellow veterans and their families at one of our homes in Bellevue, Kearney, Norfolk, or Scottsbluff. With a sliding scale to determine your financial contribution, an excellent clinical team, and plenty of fun activities, our homes are the perfect retirement choice. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/homes. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Legacy Retirement Communities invite you to enjoy the independence, comfort, and peace of mind they offer in their own special way at all of their locations. Connect with others, enjoy fabulous food, educational programs, fitness centers, and more. The Legacy communities are filled with movers and doers who embrace every stage of life, giving you the opportunity to live each day enriched and grateful. For a tour, call 402-436-3000 or visit legacyretirement.com.
Hi, this is Dave with Dave's Heating and Air, Lincoln's local family-owned heating and air business.
Dave's Heating and Air is Lincoln's professionals you can trust. Whether you need service, repairs, or a new system, Dave's is here for you. Dave's wants your home to feel comfortable and cozy. Get the peace of mind guarantee and call Dave's for your HVAC needs.
Call me today at 402-480-3004 and talk with a professional. Dave's Heating and Air. Doing whatever it takes.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client.
Lincoln's local news, talk, sports, and weather station. FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR, and KFRX HD3, Lincoln.
From ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. Being questioned today about making his job permanent, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche before the Senate Judiciary Committee. They've all been making openings comments. Blanche.
I'm proud of what we've done to help American families see safer streets and to have a fair shot at the life they're working to build.
Illinois Democratic Senator Dick Durbin.
The president decided to fire the predecessor of Mr. Blanche after just 14 months on the job, after courts and grand juries blocked her from prosecuting the president's political opponents. Seemingly, President Trump believes you, Mr. Blanche, will be more successful.
The U.S. military says it fired missiles at Iranian missile launch and storage sites. A new threat from President Trump against Iran, setting a next Wednesday deadline.
We're going to knock out all their power plants. We're going to knock out all their bridges.
unless they get to the table and negotiate.
Iran's threatening to stop all energy exports from the region. President Trump has countermanded the order hours ago of an ICE official saying that vehicle stops by immigration police cannot be suspended. This after recent deaths during traffic stops in Maine and Texas. A member of all ICE teams will wear a body camera, says Department of Homeland Security. New numbers about the cost of living this morning. The Producer Price Index, tracking prices at the wholesale level. Declining energy costs in June helped to drive down the index 0.3%, but prices were still 5.5% higher than a year ago. Protesters broke in on a news conference by Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg to oppose construction of a data center in the county, projected by the local utility to need as many megawatts of electricity at full capacity as about 368,000 homes.
It's a lifeline for Louisville.
We need you to take a side.
Protesters accused the mayor of refusing to meet with them. You're listening to ABC News.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
A Husker football player will not face criminal charges in an assault case. Good morning, I'm Jeff Modes. We're at 77 degrees at KFOR. Nebraska running back Mekhi Nelson will not face any criminal charges after prosecutors in Florida dropped them when the victim did not want to press charges following a domestic incident at a resort on June 29th. Nelson was arrested for aggravated battery against a pregnant woman. A police report from Key West Police initially said that the 20-year-old Nelson and the woman were in an argument over how long it was taking her to get ready for the day. No official statement has been released by the Nebraska football team at this time regarding the charges being dropped against Nelson. A reminder for those of you commuting in Northeast Lincoln this morning, Vine Street between 66 and 70th Streets will close for a Lincoln on the Move Street Improvement Project. That work should be done by late fall of this year. The Broadcasters Unite for Life Summer Blood Drive is going on today and tomorrow inside Gateway Mall near the food court. It will run from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. today and tomorrow. All donors get a free Nebraska Community Blood Bank t-shirt and lunch from Chick-fil-A. To make an appointment, go to ncbb.org. KFOR's sister stations Kix 96.9 and 106.3 KFRX are teaming up with our media partner 1011 for the blood drive. Going on from this Sunday through next Saturday, July 25th at the Sandhills Global Events Center is the National High School Finals of Rodeo. The top high school rodeo athletes in the world will be competing at the championship level. James Higginbottom is the CEO of the National High School Finals Rodeo, told Lincoln's Morning News on KFOR Tuesday. They usually see a good number of the high school contestants go on to professional rodeo.
And out of the 120 PRCA contestants, we usually run about 117, 118 of them who have come through our program.
The National High School Finals of Rodeo will feature bull riding, barrel racing, team roping, steer wrestling, and much, much more. More details, including about ticket information, can be found at KFORnow.com. Sunshine today and a high of 90. I'm Jeff Motes, KFOR News.
Hi, this is Jason Ball, President and CEO of the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. With Project O Street and other important infrastructure projects underway to prepare our community for the future, construction can pose big challenges for local businesses. That's why supporting local matters now more than ever before. Through the Chamber's new Local Focus video series found on our social media channels, we're spotlighting businesses impacted by construction and encouraging the community to stop in, shop local, and remember, these businesses are open, operating, and counting on our support. We encourage you to be intentional during this time and continue to support local, even if that means taking an extra minute or two to navigate around a detour. The city's Project O Street website has resources available for businesses, including construction maps, parking information, and more. Lincoln is stronger because of our local businesses. Keep supporting them now.
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Welcome back to the Morning Hookup, hour number 2. Thanks for hanging out with us. What was the best thing you did in Chicago, by the way? That was your first trip, right? First time to Chicago? I know you had baseball. Were you able to get out and, like, do some stuff?
Yeah, I will say, so all, like, the tourist attractions and stuff, the Bean, it's kind of like
It's a bean.
You walk up and see it, and you're like, okay, let's go.
It's a bean.
That's pretty much it. What else did we do?
Pizza. Did you have pizza?
I did not have any deep dish pizza. Yeah.
Elijah Herbal. What the?
Listen, I think
that's a right. You're supposed the pizza.
Deep dish pizza is overrated, but you still gotta have it.
It did have a Chicago dog. Chicago
All
dogs
right.
are incredible.
Italian beef?
Italian beef had one of
All right.
those.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go for the Italian beef?
Just a local spot, Jameson's Pub.
Okay, yeah.
Where we were.
Well, you said Jameson, and we're in.
They had a really good.
I've been there.
Really good Italian beef. And then what else did we do? Oh, the boat tour. If you
cool.
If you ever go to Chicago and you want to do something, the architectural boat tour, you can see all the buildings and stuff on the river, and yeah, it's really cool.
Hot take Chicago pizza. I do like it. Gino's East, not my favorite. The crust is like a graham cracker. Don't like it. Lou Malinati's tops the cake.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Lou Malinati's is the best, though.
To the point of I've ordered that into my house before.
Chicago tavern style pizza is better than their deep dish style pizza. There's the hot take. So welcome Henry T. Buchanan.
Henry T. Buchanan. What up, T?
What's up, fellas? What's up, Bill, Elijah, and YZ? Y'all talking about Chicago snacks or food and things. We need to have D. Vic on here. He's born and raised Chi-Town. He can tell us all about it. But we do got a Vero's Pizza here, Chicago-style pizza place out here that serves the pizza, the deep dish, all meat. Oh, man, it's some good stuff, man. We order that at least probably once a month or something like that, and it's very good, very, very, very good. And but he's a big Garrett's popcorn guy.
Ooh.
You got to have his Garrett's popcorn, and so I'm sure he's listening in, and he might text me with some other pizza joints that y'all been discussing, and because there's always been a competition between that Chicago thin deep dish versus New York thin, the slices that you walk around and fold and eat and all that good stuff. And but I love some pizza myself. So
as we look across the country here, different locales are proud of different food. You got Texas barbecue, Chicago style pizza. Everyone loves, we talk about the New York pizza, but a New York hot dog. Do you guys have a favorite regional locale food in the country? There's Kansas City barbecue. There's Memphis barbecue.
Golly, that's a great question.
Never had Kansas City barbecue.
It's not my. I understand why people like it.
I've heard two shocking
I don't know,
statements in my life.
that pizza we had in Memphis wasn't too bad, Bill.
That wasn't bad, but I don't know if pizza and Memphis go together. Them ribs. Hey, what about them ribs in Memphis?
Memphis style barbecue is different.
I meant barbecue. Yeah.
Them ribs was fire.
Memphis style barbecue might be my favorite barbecue in the country.
Well, I'm still jealous. Bill's plate looked better than mine.
Well, because here's what I do. Like, I'm a huge, if I'm doing ribs, one, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm a no sauce fan. I'm a dry rub fan. But I'll get everything naked on my barbecue and let me add my own sauce.
Yep.
That's how I roll. Even wings. So wings, anything that gets a sauce, I want to either have a dry rub on it or get it naked. We call it naked, right? Or I'll do sauce on the side. But also, I am a huge, huge fan of a pork sandwich Memphis style.
Yeah.
The coleslaw
and you get that Memphis style mop sauce on
there,
my vinegary
goodness.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Memphis.
That's up there. And what I'll say, good barbecue doesn't need sauce. Sauce is a good addition, and the sauce can be great. But if the barbecue is not good without the sauce, that's bad barbecue.
Let me tell you, boy. Here I'm on my soapbox now. You said that you put sauce with barbecue, it don't need it. Go on the side, even do a little dabble. 2, it's the same thing with steak. Put your steak sauce in the cupboard.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
A little.
And don't ask for salt and pepper at restaurants.
If you're going garlic butter on your steak, Cool.
Nope.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Like an A1 steak sauce. Get out of my house. Simple as that.
You haven't had a steak unless you had one of Sean Buchanan's steaks.
Ooh.
He's entrepreneur, former baseball player in Nebraska back in my era. Owns his own beef company there in Omaha. Played for the White Sox. His steaks melt in your mouth. And you don't need any sauce, steak sauce or what have you, no garlic butter, any of that. You just cut it and eat it. But you gotta have a little Misty seasoning. I love some Misty.
Ooh.
I'm a Misty seasoning guy. But he only sells to high-end, 5-star restaurants.
No high-end.
So he's big timing us.
One more regional food I don't even think we talked about because we didn't hit the West Coast. California Mexican food, like not Mexican
That's like
food,
Tex-Mex, baby.
but California Mexican food.
Hey, Arizona, come on, fella.
Arizona's probably got some good Mexican food as well.
Mexican. We got some favorite joints out here.
You have a great place down there. It's nothing fancy, but you guys down in Arizona have this place called Taco Boys.
No, you got to try Rita's. Rita's?
Okay.
Easy to find. It's right off of I-10 and 35th Avenue. As soon as you get off the exit, it's just across. If you're heading west, get off the exit, turn right, and it's right over your left. A little bitty.
I'll write that down.
Little bitty beat up shack place, but man, that Mexican food. My uncle told me about it when he was here for a convention, Uncle Homer. And he had, I've never been there. He said, you got to try this Mexican place. It's authentic. Man, some of the best I've had. And so tried it and been going there ever since. Another place is Garcia's. It's kind of a chain restaurant and it's it's all around the valley. But man, that Rita's is hard to beat. But I did send a message to my team this morning and my peers, and I got a little debate, but they've never heard of Fairbury hot dogs because I know we mentioned Chicago hot dogs, and I compared it to Nathan's hot dogs, and I gave Fairbury's a slight edge to Nathan's. Nathan's is really good, and Sam's Club used to sell them, Nathan's hot dog, and I don't know if y'all have had Nathan's hot dog, but I know y'all have had Fairbury's. But what's your thoughts on that?
Brown dog over red dog all day long. There's my take.
I'm Fairbury.
There's my take. I know I'm not from here, and I hear all about it. I've had them. I'm not dog, but you're
not dogging them, pun intended.
I'm not dogging them, but I'm brown dog over red dog.
Well, I think it's just somebody's not getting there. Somebody's not getting there.
Ballpark, Nathan's,
golf ball. What's your thought on Lodge and YZ?
Also, I'd rather have a brat than a hot dog.
It depends what I'm doing. If I'm having like hot dogs at home, give me the brats. I'm at a baseball game. I don't want a bratwurst at a baseball game. I want a red dog.
No,
I want a red dog.
No, man. Just because it's red Nebraska.
And then the red, the fake red coloring starts leaching into the bun. And now you got a red bun and a red dog. Yeah.
Hey, but you can eat those Fairbury hot dogs. You don't have to put ketchup, mustard, or nothing on it. You can just. Oh man, it comes in a little aluminum package, and you can just the buns are really soft and kind of moist. To your point, Elijah, and you can just munch them down. I love them. I even got a package here in my refrigerator. I might have to throw them on the grill this weekend.
Oh, see,
oh hell yeah,
because it might be hotter here. It's hot here this week.
Oh, we're supposed to be getting rain this week. This monsoon. We're in the middle of one monsoon season, and it's only rained in certain parts of the valley, but it hasn't really hit Gilbert yet. So I guess when you wish for it, it eventually come. But I wouldn't mind a little rain.
Again, we got Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan. Hey, T, give us some thoughts, man. How about little Huskers in the summer league?
Man,
how about Rink showing up in a couple of games? What, couple doubles? And I kind of want to ask the question about Rink, his size. Because there's been like, he didn't end very well, but maybe what the system looked like in the way he was in Fred's system. Because I think there's a relationship here in Fred's system that translates to the NBA because that is an NBA system.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can just tell he's very comfortable in his role. And I'm not going to say I'm surprised, but I am a little bit because one thing I've always if you had a knock on him is his athletic ability, able to get up and down the floor. And I just thought with the pace of the NBA, he may be a little overwhelming playing. Not that you played against top notch, but you are playing against some first rounders, some guys who's got NBA experience, who's playing in the G League. I know, so he's playing against some really good competition. And for him to be as effective as he's been, I mean, rebound last game, 23-10. He's had another 16-11 or something like that, or 20. He's had a couple of 20-point games and shooting the ball well. And one thing these Europeans can do is shoot that pill, And I'm not going to put him in the category of the Joker, but when you watch him play, with the ability to extend the defense and take the big men away from the paint and be able to shoot that perimeter, you can't leave him open. And he's able to pass the ball. And he's able to rebound. And I think having that big body, I know he ran against who's that Crum, the big guy from the big lefty from Auburn that made a lot of noise a couple of years ago. I didn't realize how big he was until he stood next to Mass, but he played well against Mass. And I think that physicality, which I think Mass just had to adjust, even though he had his moments in that game. But I'm very impressed. Even a few minutes that Sam received the first game when they put him in there for that stop, and he played a little bit the second game. And they play again today. Bryce had a 6 3-point game. I've seen that. He's shooting the ball well. It was funny when listening to the commentators, and I forgot which one it was. I come up in a second when he made a comment. They were giving all the props to the other guard, and had hit a few threes in the first half, and then Bryce throughout the game and ended up with 21 or something like that with 6 trifectas, and his comment was one-trick pony. No, if you've seen Bryce play in college and even last year, he could definitely score the basket and play defense. So, but I almost didn't recognize him with that T. Buchanan haircut.
Got a fresh haircut.
Yeah, cut all of it off.
More aerodynamic now.
And Josiah, I saw a couple of Charlotte's game. I don't think he's played yet. If he did, I missed it. I know he's on the Charlotte's roster, and looking forward to. I know Sam plays today. I think Bryce plays today, and I've been, paying close attention to, not only those guys, but just the Big Ten around in general. Mara, I watched him play last night, and and just some of those Big Ten players that's performing well in this summer league. But golly, Rink Mass, I'm happy for him. And he's playing for the Pacers, so I'm in heaven right now. So and if he sticks, man, it's gonna be awesome.
T, would you, as you look at what these guys and their careers could be, I mean, obviously there is some glitz in the glam of being affiliated with an NBA roster, but for some of these guys, could you argue that it's better for them to not be that guy that's playing on the G League and traveling around the country, and they go get that chance to go be a full-time guy over in Europe and kind of get some more minutes that way? Like, what's your take on the career path for some of these guys, as they're going to have potential G League options, they're going to have options to go play in Europe? How would you, if you were advising them, how would you be advising them?
Well, I first of all, you would have to listen to the professionals, the scouts, the folks is out there, because every second that you're performing, whether you're on the court or not on the court, you're being evaluated. And these are just real-time interviews where you're showcasing your talent, and they'll let you know your potential. These NBA scouts, and if you have agents, and I'm sure the majority of them, if not all of them, have agents, and they're visiting with these teams and scouts as well, and giving them some candid feedback on their potential as far as NBA or some areas you need development, that you may need to go to the G League. But also, majority of these players are either going to be playing in the G League or overseas. So here's your chance to showcase your skill set, and not only you'll have opportunity in the G League, but to work on some of those skills that the NBA is looking for. Then you can go overseas and play against men and do the same thing. And if you see some of these players have, there's been some 5-year players who jumped around the NBA, G League, overseas that's participating here in the summer league. So, but I think it's a great opportunity for all these kids who's chasing that dream. And the I heard last night Jim Boeheim was on the call to Okie State. Well, it wasn't on the call, but he happened to join the crew, to talk about his son was playing with Peyton Sanford last night with OKC, and he made a comment that, which you think about is true, that when they first started this NBA Summer League, you might get 20 people in the stands, and how it's grown and nationally. Then I'm hearing a lot of these former NBA players and coaches and things of the sort that's talking about the skill set and the Europeans who's playing in the NBA and in these summer leagues, along with some of the younger Americans who's trying to make a name for themselves. So I just think this summer league has became such a big time showcase that, man, this opportunities is just. And I'm sure these kids are being offered, and you may not see these kids. You may not see Mass with Indiana next year. He might sign a contract with the Lakers. You just don't know if the Pacers don't offer. Which the way he's playing, I just don't see how they. I'm sure he'll be invited to the NBA, the veterans camp, and got a good opportunity to stick because he has the skill set to play at that level. So, and along with the Bryce Williams and and Sam, he reminds me of some of those tough guards that's on a couple of teams. I know we had one here in Phoenix. Yeah, the Pacers have one of those Connell that's just tough nose that plays D and runs the offense and what have you. So you just never know there. But man, it's been fun to watch if you guys haven't been watching.
Yeah, from this, we've talked about how talented this draft class is that is playing in the summer league this summer. Who's caught your eye so far out of the top three? Boozer, Wilson, Peterson. They've all played a couple games by now. Who's been the most impressive to you?
You just stop at the one. You just say it, T.
Yeah,
that dude has been the man.
Caleb Wilson has been hard to ignore.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't realize how. I mean,
he's so long.
Carolina, I know he was hurt. Towards the end, he didn't play in the NCAA tournament, and that cost Hubert Davis's job. It almost appears, but
what cost Hubert Davis's job was not letting him shoot threes. The Chicago Bulls need to be sending Hubert Davis paycheck after paycheck after paycheck for not letting him shoot threes in college, because everything I've seen in the summer league shows me that dude can shoot.
And then when he can shoot, he can
dunk on your face.
Defense? How about getting up and down the court and the defense and I just like I said, I didn't realize how long he was.
Long and outstanding.
He reminds me so much of Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the long arms and just the skill set, the slender build, and he's putting the ball. Peterson, I still think they're giving him too much pub. I mean, he can score, but they're saying he should have been the number one pick. I'm looking at Caleb like, y'all, I might be overlooking maybe the best player in the draft. And then AJ's AJ. He just, I think out of the three, I think talent-wise, I just think his game is more mature than Caleb's and Darren's in a sense. But the biggest upside is that Caleb with that Caleb Wilson he's a must-see. He's been the must-see player in this summer league, in my opinion. I'm not saying it because Bill is a big North Carolina fan. I'm just being honest.
I tried to tell y'all.
Well, the thing with Wilson is you hear him talk off of the court, and the Bulls have been releasing videos of his pre-draft process, and then he has that great game. I think it was last Friday night, and the reporters are asking.
He had 35,
and the reporters asking about the game, about the numbers that he put up, and I think it was a record-setting points performance for the Bulls.
It was 35
in the summer league, and they ask him, and he says, "We lost."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what he brings. I'm not sure you're going to get from DeBonsa and Peterson and Boozers. I think he's a culture changer within that program.
Oh yeah, and then this guy is putting up 1,500 to 2,000 shots a day.
Did you hear what he said? His comment that he made. He wanted to be the best player ever out of Chicago Bulls.
Like easy.
There's a purpose. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying that. But again,
But
you get
that's
into the mindset.
That's the mentality you want your guy to have. You don't want him to say, "I want to be number 2 to Jordan."
Nope.
Yeah, yeah. But he got some big shoes to fill. I mean, you still got Derrick Rose. He got to surpass Derrick Rose. I saw him. Derrick Rose has been working out with him as well. And golly, what better way? What better player with that mentality to get the Bulls back to. I'm not going to say you're going to take them back to that next, winning championships, but you never know down the road with the way the NBA is and the parity in the NBA, because just like college, I think as these teams get younger and some of these veterans that's been around for a while, that's won their champion, you got Steph, KD, LeBron, you got Kawhi, Paul George and Embiid. You just got these guys who's been around that's on their way out. And you got the new generation of players coming in. And these players are not coming in to play on one team. They're coming in to join different franchises. And then as they build, and this is what these GMs and presidents, you will see if they're going to earn their keep, to see where these players and how they're going to generate this talent and compete for championships, because it's been fun to watch. I'm getting more interest now in NBA than I've had in the past, especially now that we got some potential more Nebraska kids with, joining Bryce McGowan's playing at that level and being able to, watch some of the former Huskers compete at that level. But basketball is becoming, a lot more enjoyable for me to watch. And that's just, and it took me a while to get adjusted to today's game. With the different rules, the flopping, the extra steps, the double dribbles, and things that we couldn't get away with. And so now my jealousy is out. Now I just got to watch it for what it is, and it's been fun to watch. And then after watching this World Cup, there's no flopping in NBA.
Nope.
If you want to watch some flopping, man, dude,
it's bad.
Oh my God. It's unbelievable. I used to joke about it because you see highlights of, and things you may watch, and you always watch during World Cup, at least I do. And oh my goodness. NBA, I will not complain on the NBA. Well, I'll still complain, but there's no comparison.
Nope. All right, let's take a break, and we'll come back with more with the legend, Henry T. Buchanan.
So what's going on, fella? Anybody going out to
Good stuff, T.
Oh yeah. Anybody going out to Vegas at the end of August for the volleyball? They're gonna be must see again this year.
They're gonna be elite.
Well, I asked this question on the weekend edition of the Average Joe Show, and I'd like to get your guys' thoughts. Maybe we can get back into this. I'll give you two options here. One, the Nebraska football team goes 9-3. They're in the top 25 and they barely miss out on a playoff, but they're in contention at the end of the year. Or the Husker volleyball team wins a national championship and the Husker basketball team makes a Final Four. Those are your two options. What are you picking?
That's three options.
Don't answer. No, because he clumped together volleyball and basketball together.
Volleyball and basketball. So volleyball national championship and Husker basketball makes the Final Four.
Don't answer.
Or Husker football goes 9-3 and barely misses out in a playoff, but they finish the year in the top 25 and they make a good bowl game.
Don't answer.
Don't answer. We're going to get back into that. Think about that one, though.
Whoa, I already answered.
That's a great question. Tough question. Wow.
I knew it was tough whenever I thought of it, and I went, I don't know what I'm picking.
I know. One of those, I'm going to say that's, I'm just writing a term down.
Just so y'all know, I have been sneaky reading up on some Husker football.
Oh, you did it. You already started. See?
Well, it's the season is propping up. That's going to be the first season. It's going to be volleyball first, playing in that tournament in Vegas, and then the following week it'll be us against
Yeah, we're not
in Ohio University.
Yeah, we're not going to Vegas. My daughter and I are going to go to the AT&T Jerry World.
Ooh,
we have 2 tickets to that, which I think is going to be fun. a one day all make some money tournament. And I think there are only 3 sets, so it's like an exhibition a little bit. That one sounds fun. Plus, we can get a direct flight out of Lincoln.
That's nice. Yeah,
we have not done that yet, but
I'll let you know how it goes.
Thanks for the reminder.
Has that direct flight started from Lincoln to Phoenix yet?
I don't think so.
Is it go to Phoenix? I thought it went to like
the Breeze one. I think is going to Phoenix.
Phoenix, but does it go to Phoenix? Stops in Phoenix and then it goes on.
That's the Lincoln to Vegas to Orange County.
That's it. Lincoln, Vegas to Orange. Okay, I can't remember which. There was a combination.
I thought one is coming to Lincoln. At this point.
There is. I think that's starting this next winter. I think.
Oh, not the next winter.
It's perfect to start in the winter, and I think aren't they also now providing flights to away games? Right. I thought they were working on.
I thought those were the right away one.
Welcome back in the morning hookup, man. Having a great time with Husker legend here to T. Buchanan. T, I got to bring up. We got some questions, something to bring up. Hey, by the way, one of our supporters has put out his preseason Big Ten list. We're going to get to that. But first of all, he needs to put his credit card down so we can drink. Waiting on that. But before that, there's a topic that we haven't gotten to in a while that I think you two have become friends. It's the 18 Birdies app that you two are now on, and he's looking at your scores now.
T, congrats on that birdie on hole 15 out at Dobson.
Yeah!
Congrats.
Hey, but and then my buddy E, he's down in Houston. He's a scratch golfer. He's part of that too. And I get comments after my round every Sunday. He'll text me and he said congrats on the birdie as well. But then he said, "What's going on with those doubles?" Then I messed around with a triple on a par 3.
Oh,
but I still shot a 43.
That's all right. 43 is good.
Was that triple? Was that number 11?
Let me see. Which was the triple? Yes, it was.
Yeah. I'm seeing. Oh no. It was 17. Excuse me. Number 11 was a par 4. It was 17 where you hit the triple. You could.
Oh, it was that. Yeah, that you're correct. It's a lone par 3, and I hit it I think I hit that one in the sand. And it was a big sand trap, and I'm not great out the sand. And I try to bring a pitching wedge to, to get less loft and more distance.
Like bringing a knife to a gunfight.
And it did one of those poop, poop, poop.
I mean, we got a 191-yard par 3, and then look at that sand trap out in front. It's as big as the green.
Yeah, that's the one I got stuck in way back to the right. So it was a long shot to even get it out of the sand. And
just know
I knew I was doomed.
People have an invested interest in your golf game right now on the 18 Birdies. So just thought I'd bring it up a little bit. Also,
it's 213 if you're playing the back tees, it's a 213-yard par 3. I doubt T, considering 19 handicap, which congrats by the way, you're down. I don't think you're probably playing the back tees.
All right, so is that necessary to bring up my handicap?
It's better than me.
It's down.
It's down. My handicap's probably like a 40.
Well, y'all are so wrong for that.
We got Husker legend.
My handicap is a 31.9.
Hey, Lisa, what's yours?
31.9.
Oh, shoot, let's go play. Hey, at least I'm honest about my scores. Shoe is all over the place.
I don't know.
Then he comes around, and I asked him about his 72 that he shot. He said it was in a tournament.
Those still get posted. If you shoot the score, they still get posted.
Yeah, because you remember you looked for it. He said it was in a tournament. So obviously he didn't add that 72 as part of his handicap, which is all of a sudden he's at a 12. Because wasn't he down to like a?
He's a 12 right now, according to this.
Yeah, but what last year he was saying he was around a 7 or 8 or something.
That's what we heard. I mean, he's my partner. I can't be dogging him too much.
Yeah, but you got to be honest. You're an honest person now.
I know.
Yeah, but. But I'm going to get my handicap down, Elijah. So when it gets down, I want you to make sure you say it on this show. So
he just did. It's down.
No, 19.
Oh boy! Hey,
well, I hate I hate 18 birdies because I'm scrolling through here. I just saw one of my buddies who's very good at golf just posted a 66 at Pioneers from the tips. It's like
66.
I hate those people.
He golfed in college, so
congrats.
He's got a great looking swing, and he's been hitting the range recently. And 66 from the tips at Pioneers.
It's good stuff.
5 birdies.
Boy, question coming up. Like, let's go to there. We're big Husker fans. There's a lot of talk. You go back through the season, this past season, the number of teams that had successful years, whether it be volleyball, basketball, men's and women's, track, wrestling, and then you got football. And the hope is sitting there. When will it be? Let's say, put the quote, when will it be back? Throw that question you threw out there, because I think this will tell you a lot about where Husker fans' hearts are and how much success they want.
So it's the and we already have one answer in the stream who calls this an easy question, FloodX 10. But I find it difficult. It's a would you rather. Option 1 is that the Husker football team in 2026 goes 9-3. They're in the top 25, and they barely miss out on a college football playoff.
Okay.
9-3. The option 2 would be that the Husker volleyball team wins a national championship in 2026, and the Husker basketball team makes a run to a Final Four.
This is the easiest question. I've already got this for me.
Well,
that football thing in 9-3, that's like hitting a ball to the warning track. It just never goes out.
But does that
flame is done?
But does that gives you momentum for the future, though?
It does. But
that's the positive. Is it confirms to you, hey, Matt Rhule's made the necessary changes. He's got momentum rolling. This football team is winning some important games. And you get to the end of the year and you think, you know what, this team is on an upward trajectory and they're going to be making a playoff before too long.
I would say this, why I would choose this. Not just, I'm making fun of that,
with
right?
With the number 1 quarterback in the country coming in after a 9-3
that's
season.
Great. To me, volleyball, it completes that mission for those seniors.
Mm-hmm.
They have the best stretch of 4 years or 3 years so far. Was it like 96-3, whatever they've done, whatever they did, 93-6 to complete that mission for those ladies, and they're already rolling. Give me the natty. In basketball, speaking of trajectory, if they can continue the process to get there, getting to Sweet 16s are awesome. It opens doors. Final Four doors are incredible. From a program, you get to a Final Four, you put yourself on the map. So I'm going to go. I want a natty, and I want to go to the Final Four because then I can book a trip 2 times somewhere.
But he didn't say what you wanted. What's your prediction?
Oh, on what's more likely?
That. I think
volleyball and Final Four is more likely, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to go with football going 9-3, knocking on a playoff door.
Okay.
It would be more unexpected this year to me. It would give you momentum for the future. And if your football program is healthy, your athletic department is healthy, I don't think we're going to sit back in 2 years and say, if Nebraska doesn't win a volleyball national title, they'll never do it again. They'll be back. That is a wagon of a volleyball program. They have more attention on them than any other volleyball program in the country. If they don't win one this year, listen, it's not too long before they're going to win another. Okay. And with the basketball team, you saw what you wanted to see last year. And if you posed this question to me last year, I probably would have gone with volleyball and basketball. But this year, given that football feels to have stagnated, the basketball team's on an upward trajectory. I'll say the same for them. Even if it's not a Final Four this year, I feel good about Fred's chances of making deep runs in the NCAA tournament in the future. Football is more unexpected. In football, a 9-3 season this year where you just missed the playoff, knowing you got a 5-star number 1 quarterback in the country coming in, it makes you feel like that team has some tangible momentum to go make a playoff and make a playoff run in the next couple of seasons. So I'm going football.
Well, when you read articles like this,
you got the college football preview 2026.
Look at him.
Oh, he's got the highlighter out too.
Here's the schedule.
Get the readers out.
Ohio State. Not Ohio State. Ohio University.
Got it.
Win. Ohio University win 1. Bowling Green 2. North Dakota 3. Michigan State 4. Maryland 5. Indiana 6. They don't have the team that they had last year. I'm going 6 there. Oregon at Oregon. Now home at Washington 7. At Illinois, we can get them 8. Rutgers at Rutgers. That's 9. That's 9. Okay. However,
what flavor of Kool-Aid is this, Henry?
This is that red, baby.
No, that's just my opinion. Now,
Cherry.
Now, when we look at, I'm with Bill, the seniors is going to win the national championship. I know it's going to be a lot of pressure on the volleyball team, but they have the whole team back, plus a couple of the number one, some of the top players, top high school recruits in the nation. That's the national championship. Our team, basketball team, is just as good, if not better than last year, with shooters and more athletic, more size. Like I said, our shortest player is 6'4", and that's Connor and Kel, and everybody else is 6'6" to 7'2", and that can play. And with Michigan losing their coach and the players and everybody is revamping their teams, I think we'll compete well. We'll be at a top 5 team in the Big Ten. We're going to go to a tournament. We're going to make a run in a tournament, and we're going to make a run, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop at the Sweet 16. We're going to Final Four. So I'm going with the Natty and the Final Four with the basketball team. Although I feel strongly that most folks that I've talked to, they say max 6. And it's not even drinking the Kool-Aid. It's looking at, I think this transfer quarterback for UNLV is going to be a lot better than we think with the 3 receivers that we got coming back. Now, the running back, Emmett Johnson, that's a tough loss, but he's going to be running back by committee. We got a really good freshman that came in, so we'll be good there. We got a new defensive coordinator. I think it's a defensive coordinator, or no, defensive. Is it offensive line? Some new coaches. I know it's the first year but we got some defense, returning defensive players, and we got some transfers that's coming in as well. And I know we didn't see much in the spring game, but every team in the Big Ten and in the country with this transfer portal is going to look different than they did this past season. So you can't go from season to season. You gotta start from scratch every season. And in looking at our favorable schedule, that there's a good chance that we can win 9. And when you got, the best quarterback in the country waiting in the wings to join the next year. Now, pose this question again next year, and see where we're at, from a football standpoint. But I feel pretty confident that we can sneak that 9 wins this year. But if I was a betting man, I would bet the national championship and basketball team going to and I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, I am drinking the Kool-Aid with the basketball program, and I do feel that they have the potential to be a Final Four team just like it was this year. We just couldn't get past Iowa for the second time in the season. So that's my take.
All right, Caleb, it's 2-1.
2-1, break it.
Oh,
tie it.
I'm taking the volleyball championship and the Final Four.
Man.
I think that does so much for your athletic program as a whole. I think that just boosts everything, and then football hooks you put it perfectly. The 9-3, yeah, it would be great to see the football team go on an upwards trajectory, but that's not where Nebraska fans ultimately want us to go. We want those national championships. We want those to be competing in the Big Ten championships again. 9-3, does that really get you there? No, I don't think so. A basketball Final Four and a volleyball championship does so much for Nebraska.
You can also see what you're talking about too, by the way, on the football side. It is one of those that football will always be king, right? It'll always be king. That's where the cash cow is made. T, you just threw out there, I'm just going to get your thoughts. And I think when we have this discussion, it's more about not knowing who your team is, because there's a lot of transfers that come in. And so you have to decipher who they are, what they are, how they're going to fit in the system. You said Nebraska basketball, you got them top 5 in the Big Ten, right?
Yes.
Our good buddy John Rolstein throws out his preseason. He's our buddy, right? He's supposed to come buying drinks here.
Still waiting, John.
But he threw his Big Ten preseason poll out. And my thought is it's probably because they just don't know enough about enough, and you got to do it a couple of times. He does have us ranked in the top half of the Big Ten, but it's at number 9.
Well, just like they had as number 14 the year before last year. That means nothing, because he's just looking at paper recruits, transfer portal, who stuck around, who didn't. But he doesn't know what's going on in practices and the coaching and the recruiting, and he just see things on paper. That's different than actually putting your eyes on these programs. And like I said, I haven't seen any other team other than Nebraska, when it comes to that, practicing and things of that sort. But I have been kind of watching the recruiting and things of that sort, and I didn't see a big splash on the transfer portal in the Big Ten. I mean, you're like, oh, we got to watch this team, we got to watch that guy, things of that sort. And but I felt that the guys that we got into the portal, I think just fits our system beautifully. And then those freshmen, that can come in and make an immediate impact. And like I said, I've only seen a couple of practices, and watching these guys practice and the way this coaching staff, the cohesiveness and the togetherness and that culture that he's built, that Hoiberg and his coaching staff has built with his whole staff and players. This is a formula for success. And I know we're not going to sneak up on teams this year, but teams got to be ready to play us. And I guarantee you that, with this coaching staff and the team that I saw, knock on wood, that there's no future injuries there or nothing like that, no key players. But man, when you got size, shooting, athletic ability, the ability to play defense, the ability to be physical, all aspects of the game Nebraska basketball has. They are going to compete, and there's no way. Well, I'm not going to say no way, but because I don't want to jinx them. Mm-hmm. But I'm still saying top 5, regardless of what these other teams have, because they don't have Coach Hoiberg and his staff. So that's why I'll leave it there.
It's a lot of good stuff out there, T. But man, hey, brother, we appreciate your time as always, my friend.
Yeah.
We're getting so close to hoops.
I know.
It feels like we're not close, but football's coming, hoops are coming. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot to talk about, man. It's always great to have you with us.
Credit. My neighbor brought this to me and got me reading this, and even printed this out and highlighted that, he's on top of that. He's a big Michigan, Iowa. I think he's an Iowa fan, so that makes it even worse. But,
doesn't make him a good neighbor.
Yeah, but he's staying abreast and making sure I'm staying abreast, because he sees me with my flag always up. I still got my American flag up right now. I had it up since the 4th of July. I got to swap that back to the Cornhuskers here soon. But no, we're ready out here. The fans are ready, and we are. We want to duplicate last year in all sports and even do better. But like you said, Bill, we need football in national conversation. We need the football team competing for the Big Ten championships and national championships, and the sooner the better. So we do need that. But I am proud of these Huskers, all sports, but with emphasis on basketball. And don't forget women's basketball. She got a good recruiting class coming in as well. So looking forward to them competing as well. So let's go, Big Red, and I'm ready, man. Let's go.
Good stuff, T, man. We appreciate you, my man. Take care of yourself. Stay safe and blessed, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, fellas. Y'all take care, and talk to y'all next week.
Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan, always a great time on the morning hookup with us on a Wednesday. We'll take a break, come back with stories that we missed. Nice.
Henry T. Roulade.
Yeah, I know. That was nice. You guys ever had one of those? There's actually a beverage out there called Roulade.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen them. I haven't tried it.
I had Rolades.
Rolos?
Ooh.
Good candy.
Good candy.
Not a candy.
Old person candy, but
come on now. That is funny. I was on the golf course one time, and the group that I play with, they're all 55 and old, let's just call it. One day that one of the guys like, man, I got these candies. Like, they were Rolos.
Old person,
the old school ones, like they were in the go. Oh yeah.
The old person candies I think of are Rolos and Werther's Originals.
Werther's, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Werther's are so good. They're in my.
This
Hooksy, you might be getting old.
No, getting. I am there.
Werther's are incredible.
Werther's are incredible. You know what? My favorite candy. I'm not a big candy guy. Certain ones. And it's not more of candy. Probably like more of. I know what you call it. My favorite thing ever to get are lemon drops. I go through Baker's Candy probably once a month or so,
and get the
I tried a lemon drop martini this weekend.
Oh, look at you. Yep.
I didn't really like it.
I'm not a big martini guy.
No, they kind of burn. I didn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't great.
If you get a good, my wife, by the way, is
if I'm going to get something that burns, give me an old fashioned.
Oh,
and even those don't burn as much.
No, that's a good old.
Honestly, whiskey on the rocks. Oof.
My wife is a big, not a big martini, but she is super duper on loves like nightcap drink is espresso martini.
Oh yeah,
to finish.
Those are good.
I like an espresso martini. That's
Those are
about
good.
the only martini I can do.
That's
They're
how
like,
she
oh, you
finishes.
just need to get your martini dirtier. No.
No.
Oh yeah, more olive juice, please.
I think I cemented my new go-to drink or my favorite drink. You're a Crown and Water.
Crown and Water.
Bloody Mary.
Oh,
that's
I just can't, man.
That's my top one.
Oh, a morning tailgate with the Bloody Mary.
But I need my Bloody Mary like disgusting. Like make it spicy. Put olives, pickles, celery, everything.
A spicy Bloody Mary is better than just a.
Yeah,
it gets too tomatoey. Give me a whole bunch of Tabasco.
It's got to be all the works. Yeah.
I think you need to have one drink. You need to have two favorite drinks. One that you can get at a dive bar where they're not making any drinks, like anything special, and then one for a nicer bar. You know.
Mm-hmm. I remember last summer I was out on the golf course texting you guys, and I had a Bud Light Chelada, and I got some slack from you. It's really not a golf course drink.
I don't hate a red beer, but why do we need Clamato? You know what I'm talking about, where it's tomato juice and clam juice. Why do we need that?
Yeah,
just give me the tomato juice. A splash of tomato juice in a beer is good. Also,
love a red beer.
Oh, we're coming back here, but splash of orange juice in a beer as well.
Mm-hmm.
The stories we miss. The Morning Hookup.
Welcome back in the Morning Hookup. Special thanks to the Husker legend Henry T. Buchanan. Thanks for hanging out with us. Boy, it is that time. Get some sleep tonight. Open Championship starts early in the morning. I will be up watching it. There are some really good groups, my man. We talked about it Monday. 4:58. Scotty Scheffler, Terrell Hatton, Bryson DeChambeau. My goodness. If you don't like those, you can go at early. You can get up later. Roy McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, Matt Fitzpatrick. Well done. Lowry, Rye, Koepka, Spieth, Fleetwood Rom, Young, Clark, Oberg. Let's go.
See, should I just not go to bed tonight? What's the first tee time tomorrow morning?
2:50. Let's see here. Is that right? 2:52 a.m. Is that right? Yes. Eastern time. Sorry. This is Eastern time. You can literally watch 12:35 this morning. You can get a tee time. What is the earliest you would go? You'd wake up by, if you want to have a little fun, 1:30. How about David Duvall making a return to the Open?
Here's what I'm thinking. My flight boards at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Which means I probably got to be at the airport. I know it's Lincoln, probably what, 5:15, 5:30?
Yeah.
Probably 5:30 at the latest. I'm not going to be off work tonight until like probably 10:45, 11.
Rock and roll through it, my friend.
10:45, 11. Should I just pull the all-nighter?
You know, maybe I would say if you're going to watch, you're going to be up early in the tee time. I mean, again, they're all great, but if you're going to like start at a good tee time, it's probably the 3:47. Justin Thomas, Alex Noren, Jason Day. That's kind of where it goes. And then right after that could be some fireworks.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm thinking if I go all-nighter, if the golf can keep me awake, make it off to the airport, it's a 2-hour flight. That's pretty much a full night of sleep. Sleep on the flight.
And don't miss it because the last tee time of the morning is 10:21.
Well, not to mention here, I could also nap at the airport tomorrow because I'm going to be sitting around. Or do I sneak in my 4 hours of sleep tonight, 5 hours of sleep, whatever it's going to be?
Well, what's the
sleep on the flight and then watch the U.S. Open tomorrow from the airport, and I'm just sitting around waiting.
Yeah, the question is what is your rest of your weekend like? And do you need to sleep now?
Probably. But could I just go to bed early on night one of a bachelor trip?
No.
I probably shouldn't do that. No.
You want something drawn on your face?
I don't think it's going to be one of those bachelor trips. I don't think it's going to be just debauchery.
If you're at an old person's house, they have a bowl of peanuts. Don't take any. They just suck the chocolate off of them. Hey, also, by the way, we're gone for a couple days. Reset, recharge. We'll be back Monday.
Happy off season.
Happy off season. got to do a few housekeeping things in our lives to get going. So we'll catch you Monday. You guys have a great couple of days, great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you Monday.